What's up, everybody? Crazy 8 here with another Studio Series Transformers review. This time from Gamers Edition, we are looking at Skywarp. So let's take a look at the box, and then we'll get into the figure and his accessories. All right, so this is an older edition. This came out, I guess, last year, which I didn't know it came out. I didn't know we had a Skywarp Gamers Edition, but here he is. He's number 11 in the sub-series. So he's in the plastic-free packaging. So if you can see, you can get in there and do what people are doing, like taking the heads off of it and stuff like that, which is really stupid. But it's too high. No, that's good. Here we go. Here's his head sculpt in there. You can see his, you can touch him real time. Transformers Cybertron, War for Cybertron, the game. Here he is in the artwork, which is always good. This is the old school box. Number 11, and there he is right there again. Close up. He's a Voyager. More of it right there. Controller logo. Product shot in the back. Video game inspired. Here he is with his weapon, his alt. Yeah, his club. There's his alt mode. Backdrop, which we no longer have. 29 steps, and it says reactivate the bridge. What is this? This says Gamer Edition Skywarp. Top of the box says Transformers, War for Cybertron, the logo again, and then nothing on the bottom but the barcode, which I don't know if you need it. I found this one on Hasbro Pulse for Black Friday sale. That's where I got it. It was $24.99. Usually I think it was $10 cheaper. Usually it's $34. But that's the box. Now let's get them out. Okay, as you can tell, I'm using a black pillowcase as my backdrop, so I feel like it will pop more. I feel like the white background was too much. I don't know if this is going to be good enough or not. We will see. But here he is out of the packaging, and he's just exactly like Starscream. And I did Thunder Cracker already, so if you have that mold, you know what you're getting, because it's just a repaint. As a Seeker is, right? There's nothing special about the Seekers. They're all... I kind of wish they would have changed up each one of their faces, but looking at Thunder Cracker and then Starscream over here on the side, they got the same head sculpt, which stinks. I kind of wish they would have changed that up. The good thing is they gave them different weapons. They each got different handguns, but they all come with the big Billy Club. So let's get into those details of this figure. Let me raise the camera again so we could see that the head sculpt and all that, and the great details that Studio Series puts into these figures. So again, here's his head. Typical Seeker head sculpt. The square head, black helmet with the silver face and red eyes. Or are those eyes yellow? They might be yellow. It's hard to make out. Here's this big dad bod with the big canopy for the chest. Grays and purples and blacks. I wish there was a little more purple in the body. It's got purple accents more than anything. Got the big chunky feet. That's where all the purple's at. Is in the feet. These things don't snap in. They're kind of loose. His main toe. It's got a good profile too, if you look at it. A little back heavy. At the back of the jet, or just right there as his backpack. But he stands up really good. I mean, he's got big feet, so. And there is the gimmick of the hand coming off to put the weapon on, which is a good segue to the accessories. So let's get into them. So these come packed separately. These plug onto his upper part of his chest. So let me plug these in really quick. All right, here they are on there. Gives a little more purple, which is nice, and just angle them out like that, which is really good. I like the fact that I'm glad they're purple and not black. I feel like he needs more purple in that chest. So this is the two pieces. You get the big club done like a metallic silver, and then you get the handle. And that just plugs in like this. And you got the big caveman club. And of course, you can hold it like that. So you got a big old mace. It gives me Walking Dead vibes. I don't know, it just does. And he's got this nice 4-barrel handgun, which is really, really nice. I'm trying to see how it works, how it plugs in, because I think it plugs into his hand. So let me check that out really quick with the instructions to see how this works. You can plug it into his hand on one of the 4 holes in the back if you wanted to. He could also hold it, which let me show you that off. But the problem with the peg is very small, so let me show that off really quick. And here he is holding it. These things are really big and heavy, so the arms have a hard time. You could keep it up, but this one kind of like, kind of makes me a liar, but they're kind of heavy. And the peg doesn't really hold in all that well if you were to have to hold it. But if you use it the other way with the peg back here, it works a lot better. And it doesn't look weird because the arm part is long enough where it doesn't look too stubby for an arm. Back here is the weapon storage. You have 2 holes right there where you could put the weapons. So let me put them in there and show you what they look like. And here you are with weapon storage. Weapon storage. You have to have them on a certain side. The peg of the gun is off-centered, so you have to put it on this side, on his back, or if he's holding it, you could put this on either or. But if you're putting this on his back, that's where it has to be. Also, when I was holding it in his hand, according to the directions, this is the front of the gun, and these are the back. But to me, it doesn't look like it makes sense. I don't know. I guess the missile pods. But I think it looks better this way. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, that is weapon storage. Here he is with Earthrise Skywarp. And just looking at them. I don't know why. I feel like this. I guess because the legs are black on this one and they're purple. And it feels like there's more black on this guy than that one. I don't know. Here he is next to his Tetrajet Siege mold of Skywarp. Which, not bad. I do like how they actually are the same height and all that. So they kind of got the scale right. And here he is with his fellow Gamerverse Seekers of Skywarp and Thundercracker. So you can see how the group looks together. They don't look bad together, I think. Not bad. And the last thing to show you, which is no longer a thing, is the base of displayage, which shows you the Cybertron background behind them. And just to give you an idea what it looks like. Here's an image from the game. These are, again, these were a great idea if you had the space to do them. And I keep mentioning this, but I know there was like a little kit that you were able to stack your backdrops on top of each other and sideways, so you could stack up like 4 or 5 of them going high and to the side to keep them stable for space. But I wish they came out with them sooner, because I would have used those somehow, or I would have at least kept these. But anyway, that's it for robot mode. Now the next video, I'm going to show off his transformation. Stay tuned. Alright, so let's get this guy transformed into his alt mode. And I've always struggled with it, but it's so much easier than it is. I was overthinking his transformation, and it's not a bad one at all. So the easiest things I do first, because these are going to happen anyway, is I'll push these in, and I'll take these and I'll push those in to get those out the way. Now ideally, you want to work on his backpack, so you want to just pull it out. As far as you can get it, pull it out. See, these are in the way. You want to do these in last. So you want to unfold these, unclip them from each other. These are tight, which isn't a good thing. and then take it and bring it around like this. You want to do the same thing on this side. You want to take it, unclip them, straighten it out, and then take it and flip it around like this. And now you want to take these things and spin them back. Don't rip them off. My Thunder Cracker does the same thing. These things, it's a good thing that they're tight, but when you gotta spin and turn things and they're too tight, something's gonna give. So let me put this back on. I can't see it. I got it on. So you want to open up this piece right here, and you want to pull these guys out, and then close it up. Just make sure that these are all still showing right side up. So the backpack part is done. We're gonna leave that alone. Now we're gonna come over here. Now I already straightened these things out, so I don't have to do that now. This part you want to bring up halfway, come inside here. God damn. Bring up the nose cone. Now this is gonna be a bitch, I bet. Push his head up, and you gotta get in here and, oh, that was easy actually. All the other ones were hard. So you want to open up the nose. This, I think I did it out of order. I think the nose cone was supposed to be last. But bring his head up, turn it around, and then tuck it into the cockpit, close it up like that. Now you have the cockpit done. You just want to take it, straighten it out. These things will fall in and slot in like that. Now you want to flip them over, come over here to the arms. You see how they're on this joint right here. You want to bring them down like that on both sides. Bring it down, bring it down. Then you want to take these and flip them up. Take the arms at this point and then flip them up. Then you want to take it, bend it at the elbow, and then bend it again so you have like the Z shape of the arm on both sides. Now be careful with this side because this is the one that pops off for the gun part, for that gun gimmick, so it might pop off on you. So just be careful with that. Now you want to spin them at this forearm, at the bicep part right here. You just want to spin it around. Make sure these things stay in, and then you want to spin it around on this bicep, and then bring it down. Now there is a, let's see if I can see it. These two little holes right here. Can't really see them on this side, but there's a tab. Where is that tab? Where is that tab? I think this is the tab. That's supposed to pop in. Spin it. I'm doing something wrong. Hold on. There you go. I had to do it off camera. I had to line them up. And then there's a tab port over here that puts them together as well. So now you have the front end of the plane done. You want to go to the back. So get this out of the way. Pop that up. So now you're going to work on the legs. Now, I already did it, but you put the toes in. They're very loose, so they even go on their own. Bring this panel up, and then you want to, you see there's a little notch right there. You're gonna bring this up and over, almost like a Combiner Wars type combine, and then bring it in, and then there's like that little nip is gonna go in here. So you just want to try to line it up. Try to get it in there. It's kind of, again, good thing that this copy is tight, but there you go. And then you just take that, and that's gonna tab in right there. So you have that leg done. Do the same thing on this side. Again, easy transformation, but these joints are overly tight. bring it up and over. Like that. So now the legs are done. The last part of the process is taking this piece here, bringing it down, and now you have a slot here and a slot there, and these things are going to tab in. I like to do one at a time. Bring it back, tab that one in, bring this one over. It's lined up. Hold on, let me see this real quick. It's hard doing this shit on, put a camera in between your legs. Then you want to take these itty bitty little bat wings and unfold them. A step that I always forget. But there you go. Transformation of Skywarp Gamer Edition Studio Series. Thank you for watching. Alright, so here is Studio Series Gamer Edition Thundercracker in his alt mode. I do like the black and purple combo. As far as the Seekers go, he's probably one of my favorites, just for the colors alone. And it looks really good with this mold. It really does. There is a lot going on though. You know, pretty much the bottom is always an eyesore. Well, let's take a look at the details. So starting from the nose cone on down, got a nice orange nose canopy, which we've seen in robot mode. Let's take a look at the details. Decepticon logo on the little stubby wings on both sides. Got the little ones in the back here, which I don't know what point they serve, but they might serve something. Here he is in the back. His feet are sort of kind of the thrusters. Pretty plain back here, not much going on. And then the bottom is pretty much his robot bits. And his hands just sticking out like that. Now let's show off where the accessories will store on this. It's not clean. It's not a clean one at all. Let me show you real quick. So this is how they look stored, which is an eyesore. This one maybe could be passable, but not this big billy club. Me personally, I like it if it's integrated into it and you don't see it, but or if it works like kind of like how the Tetra, how he looks in his Earth mode where the guns fall underneath the wings and it kind of looks part of the plane. Things like that, let's just stick them here. That'll do. Yeah, I don't like it, but that's what you could do if you want to store them. Maybe I should have ironed the pillowcase before putting it up to get rid of the wrinkles. Anyway, let's take a look at some comparisons. Here he is with his Siege counterpart for the Tetrajet look. I don't know if that's considered a Tetrajet or not, but it's from War for Cybertron, so that's what we're going to go with. Which one do you think looks better? I do like how this looks. It gives me the Battlestar Galactica feel to it, except when you look at the bottom. But we don't look at the bottom, we just look at the tops. So here he is with that. Here he is with Earthrise Skywarp. Wow, a lot more black on this mode than this one, and very little purple. But that orange pops so much with that black. Here's a family photo of all three Seekers from Gamer Edition, and they look pretty cool together. They really do. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so that was my look at Studio Series Gamer Edition Skywarp alt mode. Really cool. I am digging these guys. They look really good together once you get them all three together. The play mode is good. It's solid once you get it together and you know what you're doing. I'm gonna admit I did not know what I was doing when doing these, but watching MGo's video helped out a lot, and I overcomplicated it, and it was a lot easier than it really is. But it's a really cool looking ship. I do like the robot mode better than the ship mode. Just my preference. I feel like the ship mode is too busy and got too much going on. It's not clean enough. You know, bottoms on these things are always ugly on all there's jets. I don't know, you can't seem to get anything right. I would even consider getting like a upgrade kit that cleans it up, like just a little panel that covers all this up to make it look cleaner. If that was the case, I would even settle for that, just to make it look better, because it's a really good looking ship mode until you flip it over. Maybe this just, just as me ranting. Weapon storage in this mode is an eyesore. Not clean at all, but I'm not going to use it. It's going to be in robot mode anyway. So without being said, that's it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Before that, there's no fame or shame video for this one. He is an older one. He didn't come out in 2025, so he will not have a fame or shame video. He's just going to go right to the box because it's an older version, and it's only my fame or shame is only for current ones. But I will be doing a top 10 countdown of buys of the year, and he may be on that list. Who knows? But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your toys. Crazy 8s is out.